In this episode of the mission to the world's most remote pub, hardest geezer takes a nap, my only shoes give up on life,
That's a lot of damage!
and more urinating in picturesque locations, exclusively on
The second show.
Minus J. We've taken an overnight sleeper train from London to the middle of nowhere in Scotland to begin a 40-kilometre expedition across 3 days in search of the world's most remote pub. You join us on hour 11 of our search for shelter. Our legs were jelly, we were wet through, and frankly, we were delirious. The lights we actually saw was a nice little settlement.
There's no way to get there.
Which means the search for the Buffy continues. There's something about not knowing when to quit. It was like pulling a slot machine. The chance of getting shelter was too tempting, so we kept rolling the dice, and that's when it all came crashing down for us. What a turn of events. The Buffy's meant to be back here. So what we've done in our keenness to find the Buffy is we've overshot the Buffy.
And as a result, we are now setting up a tent.
Whoa, I literally fell over. This is Casa del Tented boy. This little bit here. Oh, my hand's all pink. My hand wasn't pink. I had no clue what I was chatting about. But here you see a sad sight. 2 soaking wet boys after 11 hours of struggle, unenthusiastically admitting defeat and putting their tent up in the middle of nowhere. This one right here. I'll be dead without, so I can't make a tent.
Home with hose, we're going to be dry now, we're going to get warm, it's going to be okay.
It's just so f***ing tiny. Shoes off. At least my feet didn't get too wet today. I don't know like you, but the Buffy's a whole lot smaller than I thought it'd be.
This is the worst Buffy I've ever been in.
Day 1, you were about 15 times harder than I thought it'd be. Day 2, bring it on. What's up, guys? Remember I said I'll update you if anything bad happens. Ross's sleeping bag's wet.
Soaking wet. But you can't win them all, unfortunately.
Oh my god, it actually is. What are you going to do?
So I'm going to ride this one out nice and steady.
Hola, ¿cómo está? It's 10 a.m, which means we've somehow slept 12 hours. It's not stopped raining all night. And as you can see, there's water coming through. Rossi boy, how are you feeling?
I felt worse. I've definitely felt better.
Yesterday was mission find Buffy, and it failed. Now today is mission find Buffy, and who knows? Where the f*** are we? So this is the quality of the ground we were staying on last night. It is absolutely soaking. Wet pick and mix. Breakfast of champions, mate. Motive for this morning. We need to find a stream because I currently have no water, which isn't great. But I feel alright. All in.
I felt more tired yesterday.
Yeah. It's a great start then. Let's crack on. Yesterday we made some steady progress travelling nearly 12 miles, but today we had to keep up the pace. The aim was to reach the ever-elusive Bovy, so we could dry off and have some warm food. So after a quick toothbrush in what we thought was clean water, I made myself a river water huel and Ross tucked into some baby food. I was feeling a bit deflated about yesterday's failure, but that's when we came across something that would motivate us to find shelter like no other. So we've just come out of that gap in the woods there, and the fucking Buffy is there. Oh.
Kitchen.
Nah.
Could have had a nice hot meal.
Should we go and see what we could have won?
Yeah.
Can't control me, I'm unruly, man. I hate the school, so you can't school.
Oh, that is sick.
No fucking way. Oh, there's a fire with a drying line.
There was a party in here last night, we missed it.
Oh, fucking no way.
Free Wi-Fi? No, you're not. You're lying.
That's got to be a joke.
That's got to be bad, man.
This place is unbelievable. It's got cooking utensils, a little guest book, bedroom with a camp bed. Buffy 1, you got us. Woo! Buffy 2, we're coming for you, you little motherfucker.
Man's in the
Now,
Champions
the route for today wasn't going to be a walk in the park. With barely any defined paths, we would be picking our way across rivers, through bogs, and up and down steep mountains before hopefully arriving at the bothy before it got dark.
It's not too bad, mate.
Do you know what bothies ahead are up that way? We're going to the...
Surly's. It's taken us 5 hours to get here.
Yeah,
Really?
cool.
Could you describe the conditions around the track at the moment, please?
It's wet.
Best luck, guys.
Take care.
Everyone's just on a bit of a mad one, really. It's I quite like it. It's good.
After a few hours of walking, it was already 1 p.m, meaning once again we were cutting it tight with daylight.
Spirits are high at the moment. Do you know what I think it is? Everything's wet. It sort of can't get worse. It's sort of in accepting of what is happening right now. There is no other option. I think in life there's always like an option to go back into the comfort zone, or there's this. There's fucking nothing unless we get through it. It's quite refreshing, that actually.
Go careful. Yeah, it's the same guy from yesterday.
Mate, look at him go. He's squaring up.
He's actually squaring up.
What's up?
Hey!
I've just had a realisation of where the are we, but also now we saw like a little alive thing up there. And you know how excited we get when we see things that are alive also?
I think it might actually be like a deer, you know?
Mate, it looks like a kangaroo. No, don't say it.
Right. So I've just opened the app that we've been using to navigate, and it seems to have deleted my routes, which is a big problem.
Why has it done that?
Mate, I have no idea. Look, I went to open it and then it like freezed on me, and then it's just not.
That's funny.
Okay, pause the video here 1 sec. Now this was bad. We literally had no map whatsoever from this point onwards, and we still had over 10 miles of walking across unknown terrain left to do.
Pretty sure, like, I can still get us to the bothy tonight, but then tomorrow is some serious guesswork.
Some serious guesswork, he says.
With no map, we had to follow the water ahead in the hopes of finding the bothy.
Hey, look at these guys. That is, mate, a nice little venison steak.
Oh, people pay good money for that in the sea. So
Oh, they're off. Zero! You heard us talking about that. That's the river we crossed. And now, that bit of water feels like Boffy Town down there.
With one final push down the side of the mountain, we could see something at the bottom which was filling us with hope. But there was only one small obstacle in the way.
you can see half it's caved in there. Like, I'll go first.
You go first?
Yeah,
I don't like this whatsoever. That water is way too fast. Look at that.
We made it safely across the wobbly bridge, and now only a handful of meters stood between us and the bothy. We just had to pray that it was empty.
Yeah.
that's the stuff, brother.
Hello, mate. I'm so happy right now. The bothy for the night. We actually made it. It's warm in there, and we got a new friend.
You do a lot of hiking around here.
This is my third time, I just love it.
Yeah.
Is this your mattress here?
No, it's yours.
Excellent. I've got a slip disc in my back, so that'd do me nicely.
Exactly. You have a slip disc. That was 15 years in
Yeah. What do you do these days then?
I'm a prison officer.
Ah, no way, I literally was a prison officer.
Eh?
Yeah. I bet you've seen some wild things in
Oh,
total.
I did.
I saw a few wild things in 1 year, so I'm sure I'm 32.
He's going to help us warm our food up, which I didn't think I was going to do, which is a lifesaver because I don't want to eat them ration packs without it. So quality start to the evening.
We're making a video on the journey to the most remote pub in England or something.
Oh yeah, Little Forge, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a twat.
Everyone's saying
He's
that.
a big twat. He's selling up. Have you got $500,000?
Yeah, I did see that. I think the locals have raised over
The
200
locals
grand.
don't like him. Yeah, I think the locals want it. I wish I had the money. I'd bloody buy it and I'd
Really?
give it to the locals. Yeah.
Yeah. Boom. Solid 10. Nando's. If I don't get a black card for walking for 2 days straight with your sauce in my bag, I don't know what else I can do. We're barefoot in it. So, as the night fell on the soggy boys for the final time, no doubt they were left dreaming sweet, sweet dreams of the precious golden nectar that awaited them tomorrow.
Drink number one. Cheers, buddy. On with the challenge. On with the challenge. What about 2 next?
Morning, Ross.
Yo,
What are you saying?
I'm ready to go.
You're in a fucking green sleeper bag, mate. You're not ready to go. Do you want to know what happened to me at 5 a.m. this morning?
What?
A fucking slug was on my face. There it is. Absolutely disgusting. I'm donating the Nando sauce to the next generation.
Not a bad morning view, that. The water's like a mirror. Great night's sleep. Raring for that pint. Absolutely gagging for it.
We are one final push away. Probably the best tasting pint
Of our lives.
of our lives.
Solid 10 out of 10 stay in this boffy. Right then. Onwards. So to recap on the most noble mission man has ever done, we were in the wonderful Scotland to hike 40 kilometres in 3 days up mountains, across rivers to have a pint in the most isolated pub in the world. Day 3 started with a pretty much solid uphill for probably the next hour or so. And then down the other side for at least 5 miles on the home stretch to reach the old forge. The only mission today is get to the pub before it's dark and sink about 12 pints each. If the pub isn't open, we're burning it down. Little do we know that the pub being open was actually the least of our worries, as the path began along the side of a cliff. Fuck that. This is not the sort of route you need at 9 a.m. Oh my god. This is fucking mountaineering.
Well done.
Walking along the cliff edge was sketchy, and safe to say I was shitting myself. It's that time of the trip, ladies and gentlemen. My first ever nature poo. I'm proud of what I've just done. Self-respect is hitting all-time low. But do I feel better for it? Yeah, I do. After using nature's bog, it was now time for one more huge bog. Oh.
What you're looking at here was all bog.
So you got nothing but bog and squelch. It's like walking in sand. Nah. A comment on the last episode says, walking through a valley between mountains and surprised it's boggy. Well, yeah, I was surprised. It was well shit, and things were about to get worse. The clouds are rolling in, and one thing I have noticed is these boots are not really boots anymore. I don't know if they're gonna make it to the end, but even if I have to go barefoot, mate, that pint is getting devoured. So with my shoes hanging on by a thread, we began the 2-hour hike up the side of this mountain. That fucking mad, boy. But thanks to editing, you only have to watch about 10 seconds of it. Yes!
Fuck me.
We just passed the top of the hill.
What a slog.
Fucking hell. How many miles was that straight uphill?
Mate, it was like, I think it was about 2 miles, just pure uphill.
That looks like it could be something down there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Absolute sloggeroony, that. So with the big uphill done, and me feeling like I'd narrowly escaped a heart attack at least twice, things were looking up, and we had our first sight of civilization in over 2 days. Just crossing this, and look. Got 2.5 miles left. The pint is so close. I taste it.
Buzzing for a pint, finest lager. I'm struggling to think of 2 geezers that will ever earn a pint this much.
So as we walked the final mile to the pub, I reflected on the journey. Nice fringe, mate. The ups downs, the twists and turns. The journey was almost over, but the stories will stay solidified in my mind forever. The bog turned into paths, then path turned into road, and this singular road led to one place. The pub.
Big moment. We've made it to Invery. So there it is. The old forge. The moment of truth. The most remote pub in the world.
All we cared about was the taste of this pint hitting our lips. And just like that, we arrived.
3 days for a pub day. No.
Hi, my name's Alsop, and this is Ross Cup, and we just walked for 3 days for a pub that isn't even open.
Oh, right, let's go get some cans. As we sit here today in front of the world's most remote pub, which decided not to be open. Ross, it's been a fucking journey, my friend.
Cheers to that, brother.
Oh.
I loved it. Loved it.
Oh. That's emotional, really.
Thanks for that hopes and dreams out there.
It turns out the locals don't like the owner of this pub too much because he does stuff like close the pub at random times alongside a load of pretty bad reviews. But it turns out there was something way better. In protest of the pub, the locals set up a little shack opposite and called it The Table. We ended up staying there all night, chatting to the locals, and all was not lost. This mission wasn't wasted. And also, just as we got home, the locals won a £500,000 grant to buy the pub off the landlord. What a result!
How's that for a slice of fried gold?